Done.
Okay, guys. UFO or UFO stands for unidentified flying objects. We generally visualize this as a kind of flying saucer. Because so far, almost all the sightings have been of a saucer-shaped spaceship, and that's how the term flying saucer came. But then recently, NASA spotted a cylindrical object which is suspected to be a mothership of space travelers near the moon. What I'm going to tell you is, if you check news, whether on the internet or otherwise, in recent times, means COVID times, we are now in COVID times, you would see that news about UFO sightings have suddenly increased manifold. You may be wondering, why is this? It has increased so much that there is even a suspicion that this COVID virus, SARS-CoV-2 virus, is actually planted on Earth by aliens to eradicate human race. This is just a figment of imagination. But then there is a reason why people are having this illusion of alien invasion in COVID times. I'll tell you the reasons while you watch some of these slides.
Sure.
Okay, guys. This is typically what we imagine as a spaceship. A saucer-shaped object with a source of power which lights up. Okay. Now, during this COVID times, sightings have increased. I suspect the most primary reason is simple and clear. That is, the skies are now clearer, things are more visible. So, whatever alien objects was there even before COVID is now clearly visible. See, UFO sightings have been going on regularly. Now we have much clearer shots and much more frequent sightings, primarily because our atmosphere is clean and clear and the UFOs are much more visible. Now, the thought that SARS-CoV-2 may be planted on Earth by aliens is a figment of imagination, most unlikely. But then let's see whether there is any other correlation between increased UFO sightings and COVID times. As we have all seen, the city parks and many of the city roads have been taken over by wild animals. You have seen even Sydney, many places, Sydney, in Paris, many of the city parks, in New York even, being taken over by wild animals. Even the famous canals through which gondolas used to cruise in Venice are now full of dolphins, some of them fluorescent, making a wonderful sight. But then there are no viewers, there is nobody to view them. So they have a free and fun-filled life in these waters, which they never thought, dolphins never thought they can come back because of human inhabitation and continuous human interruptions into their territory and continuous disturbances to their normal lifestyle. The next slide, please. So what is happening right now? See, another UFO sighting. These are all real shots. Unlike the previous one, this is a real shot. Okay. Now, the UFO sightings might have gone up, in my perception, for the simple reason that some type of aliens or many types of aliens would have been watching planet Earth well before COVID. They would have been curious about what is going on Earth. They would have been in camouflage. They would have been in hiding in our atmosphere. And because of the abundant pollution, we made their camouflage and hiding much easier. But right now, because the atmosphere is clear, they become visible. This point we have discussed. The second point is, the alien beings are now much more curious what is going on planet Earth. See, their vision of planet Earth was different. A planet Earth which was highly congested, highly contaminated, highly polluted, messy, busy, has suddenly become clean, clear, peaceful, silent. So they may be extremely curious as to what is going on here. So these two reasons are the most probable reasons why alien sightings or why UFO sightings are much more in COVID times. Back to me, please.
Start.
Okay, guys. You may even be wondering whether UFOs are real or a figment of imagination. Let me tell you, UFOs are absolutely real because many of these sightings are such that the speed at which these UFOs move are well beyond the fastest aircraft that man has ever created. Even much more faster than the rockets, space shuttles that man has created. So much so that it cannot be a technology which human being created. So when you watch an UFO, these disc-shaped object, it is there standing still in air, just like a helicopter or a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing type jet craft which can hover, or a hovercraft. They just hover around, stand still in air, and then in one sudden flash they disappear from our visual horizon. This kind of speed is impossible for any man-made craft, spacecraft or man-made aircraft. That's why UFO is absolutely real. Second thing, in COVID times, UFO sightings are much more because the environment is clear, they are more visible. It's also more because the aliens are now pretty curious what is going on planet Earth. This is not the kind of planet they have seen so far. So they are mighty curious. So I would suggest, guys, you watch out the skies. You may be lucky to sight a UFO. If so, take a good snap and post it on the web. It may be of interest to a lot of people, even the scientific community. Thank you very much.